Now, from the nation's capital, here's the Pentagon Channel's ATS in brief.
The Air Force remains the only military branch without a memorial in the nation's capital. But that's about to change. Construction of the U.S. Air Force Memorial is nearing completion outside Arlington National Cemetery and the Pentagon. A third and final spire is expected to go up this week to complete the most compelling feature of the memorial. The three spires soar 270 feet and represent many things within the Air Force, including the core values, the median of air and space, and a bomb burst formation by the Thunderbirds. Planners say the memorial commemorates today's airmen and those before 1947.
There was also 40 years of history that went on prior to that period of time. So we're to commemorate that activity, commemorate what's happening in present day, but we also hope the memorial serves as an inspiration for future generations to serve equally in the Air Force.
The Air Force Memorial will be commemorated the weekend of October 14th and 15th. September 18, 1947, the United States Air Force became a separate military service emerging from the Army Air Corps. In honor of the Air Force's 59th birthday, the Pentagon Channel features a three-part series on the youngest branch of the services. You can see it all on Around the Services at PentagonChannel.mil.
Around the Services, weekdays on the Pentagon Channel.
5 suicide vehicle-borne IEDs killed 20 and wounded 80 civilians in Kirkuk on Sunday. One of the targets was the Criminal Investigation Center, where many of the casualties were women and children visiting family at the time. U.S. troops from the 2nd Battalion, 35th Infantry, 25th Infantry Division responded to the attack in support of the Iraqi Army, who were the first responders.
They are clearly in the lead here in Kirkuk Province. The Iraqi Army is conducting operations. We are working with the police to help improve their efficiency and their capabilities every day. The military has the outside of town, the police actions are inside the town, and they have a very robust capability. And we are there also providing 24/7 coverage.
As Americans honored their prisoners of war and veterans missing in action Friday, the remains of one U.S. service member missing for more than 50 years were returned to his loved ones for burial. Friends and family paid tribute to Army Sergeant Robert Boucher this weekend in Hamilton, Ohio. The military declared Sergeant Boucher dead in 1953, 3 years after he went missing. It was thought he died as a prisoner of war, but this summer, when his remains were found, military leaders concluded he had died in combat and not as a POW. Devastating western wildfires have been keeping National Guard members extremely busy. The California National Guard has actively been fighting many fires, including this one in Southern California, that has grown to more than 80,000 acres. 25 Guard members began battling the so-called day fire on September 5th.
We currently have 2 CH-47 Chinook helicopters, 2 UH-60 Alpha helicopters, and 1 UH-60 Lima Firehawk helicopter supporting the California assets on that wildfire. They are dropping water via water buckets, and with the Firehawk using the tank system to drop water onto the fires.
The Coast Guard began salvage operations Monday night to free a 34,000-ton freighter lodged on a coral reef off the coast of southern Florida. The clipper Lasco set sail from France and was bound for Port Everglades when it became stuck Thursday on an environmentally sensitive reef less than a mile from Fort Lauderdale. Sunday marks the 219th anniversary of the signing of the U.S. Constitution, arguably one of the most important documents ever written. Dozens of students from the Quantico Marine Corps Base in Virginia got a first-hand look at the words our ancestors wrote about the freedoms America stands for. We'll have more on the Kids' Day at the nation's capital on Around the Services.
To find out how you can watch the Pentagon Channel where you live, log on to PentagonChannel.mil.
PSP share prices for Tuesday, September 19th opened at $11.56 for the G Fund, $10.90 for the F Fund, $14.54 for the C Fund, $17.20 for the S Fund, and $19.87 for the I Fund. For the Pentagon Channel, I'm Air Force Sergeant Erin Roberts.